Hello, I'm Booney Drew, the Stargazer. Today is April 17, 2022, and I wanted to share with you some overlooked, life-affirming beginner tips for people that want to live in their cars or in their vans. These are things that fill you with joy, they relieve stress. These are things that keep you going. So I wanted to share some of these things because we should care for each other. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. I've been boondocking for a couple weeks now, pretty much homeless, just living in this van. And these are things that I've noticed that I've been doing, and I want to share them with you. Tip number one. Right now it is summertime, so it is hot as fuck. So I'm in Texas, and it's just so hot. Even now, it's just the beginning of spring and it's starting to get hot. And I've been parking under trees to get shade, which you think, trees, that's a good idea. It's gonna drop the temperature like 20 degrees. But at the end of the day, when you get out of your car, there's just bird shit all over. And then you're like, oh no, it's gonna ruin the paint. And you're sitting there, Windexing off bird shit from your vehicle. And you shouldn't do that. What you want to do is not park directly under the tree. You want to park in a place where the shade is falling onto the spot, but you're not under the tree. So the birds can't drop dookies on your car or van, which only adds more stress and makes the whole van life experience all the more stressful. So here's one way to relieve stress. Do not park directly under trees. Okay, now that I'm in my shady spot, I want to make sure that this is going to stay shady. So here's my shady tree, and I'm not directly underneath it. So I want to figure out which way the sun is going to travel. Now to do that, I need to figure out, which way is east, because I know the sun travels, it rises in the west. No, it rises in the east and sets in the west. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put this stick here. I just picked up this stick off the ground. I'm going to put this stick right here. Okay? And then you can see it makes a little shadow. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get, I don't know what that is. It looks like shit maybe. So I'm going to pick up this shit and I'm going to put it on the tip of where the shadow is. So there it is. And then I'm going to wait 20 minutes. Also, at this point, I'm parked in the shade. It's almost 5 o'clock. I'm not really drawing any solar anymore, but my batteries are about 95%. So it's a trade-off, like to make it 10-15 degrees cooler while I'm heating up my hot dog. I'm willing to trade off, earning more solar. So that's something else you have to think about if you have the solar panels. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes. As you can see, I put this at the edge of the shadow, so it's moved from over here to over here. So I'm just gonna move this piece of shit over there to where it was, and then I'm gonna get my second piece of shit and I'll put it right there. Now what you gotta do next is you put your left foot on the first piece of shit and you put your right foot on the second. And if you do that and you look straight ahead, you are facing north. That's how you can tell what direction north is. So I know that the sun rises in the east, and I know that it sets in the west. So I know that the sun the sun rose over there and it's following a path and it's dropping behind this tree. So I know that this shadow is just gonna get longer. So I'm good here for a while. And that's how you can figure out if you've chosen a good parking spot. Just a little Booney Drew boondocking survival tip. Tip number 2. As a person living in your car or van, wanting to enrich your life with goodness, and love in life. Finding fast Wi-Fi. Now, I'm gonna show you a process of how I find fast Wi-Fi so that you can do all the things you enjoy doing on your computing devices. Alright, sometimes I'll just drive around looking for Wi-Fi. So I'll have my Wi-Fi settings open. And I'll just drive around places I usually will boondock around. And I'll watch the Wi-Fi. And I'll see where the signals are strong, where they're open, like where it doesn't have these little locks on them. You can see them start to open up. Like there's a Freebirds restaurant. And it looks like it has pretty strong Wi-Fi. Alright, so I ended up coming to this Freebirds burrito place. This is the place I saw from the street. Alright, so I had to fill out this stupid little thing to get the internet access, but I'm on here. So now I'm going to open up my speed test app. I'm going to test how fast this connection is. Okay, so I signed in on my laptop. So the way that I usually check the speed on my laptop is I'll try to download a video game and I'll see how fast that connection is. Okay, so I started downloading this game. I'm getting about 1 to 1.5 megabytes per second downloading. But that's usually how I'll find some place to do some high-speed downloading. Though this is not great. You're not going to be able to do any online gaming or anything like that. But you can sit out here and watch videos or whatever. If you needed to upload something, I'm sure it would upload very slowly. But you could get done. Okay, so here's another small tip. I came over here to the side of the restaurant. So I just moved over, I don't know, like 40 yards, just to the side of the building, just to test to see maybe the beam of Wi-Fi is shooting this way, because I imagine it as like a beam that shoots in a certain direction. So I'm testing it again, but as you can see, I'm downloading now twice as fast as I was, just moving a little bit. So just adjusting your position around the building if you want to be outside and do your computer work outside and not have to sit in the place. Just move around the parking lot a little bit until you find some place that might be a little quicker. So there's a small tip that I've used with success before. Tip number 3, have a plan for your day. When I was in the military, we'd all form up in a little formation, and we'd show up and they'd tell us the messages of the day, and they'd say, okay, well, now go forth and fulfill the plan of the day. Every day was planned. Have activities that you enjoy doing every day and kind of try to have some kind of structure. Like if it's just sitting on your phone, checking your social media, if it's, doing some reading, maybe you have a devotional or something, some spiritual thing you want to read daily, do that. If you're artistic at all, and set aside some time to work on your art. If it's making videos or writing songs or writing in your journal or whatever it is. It also helps to cook comfort food, things that you enjoy, like just heating up a hot dog in the toaster with some mac and cheese. That warm, charry kind of meal goes a long way for me. It makes me feel loads better. So if you did find that high-speed spot and you have some kind of gaming computer like I've got a gaming laptop, go camp somewhere and play some games, relieve some stress, blow off some steam. Go to the gym, exercise. They say it releases endorphins, and that's a good way to go ahead and balance yourself out and relieve stress. The point is to have plans throughout the day and try to stay clean. Take a shower, keep your body clean. That'll also improve your mental health.
Clean, so fresh and so
And that's
clean.
really what this video is about, is how do you maintain mental health while living in your car? Maybe you're doing it out of necessity. Maybe you're doing it because you're trying to save money. Whatever it is, you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and just not feeling down on yourself, staying positive, staying active. So those are your 3 tips from Booney Drew on how to survive living in your car or van. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Bye.